Now this kit is supposed to make 2 projects, the kangaroo and the turtle. Here's the kangaroo. So we did the kangaroo last week, and the written online reviews are saying that you can't do both projects, there's not enough yarn. And when I finished this up last week, I did have just a tiny amount of brown yarn, which is what I need to make the turtle's shell. So in this video, we're going to see if those reviews are true. Can you complete a kangaroo and a turtle? This is the Craft Maker's Cute Crochet Kit by Hinkler, and it was $10. In this video, we'll be looking at the turtle. Just like with the kangaroo, I had to write out all of the instructions again with the stitch count because there's no stitch count for each round. So I had to do that first. I'm going to start on this yellow belly. It's really early and I'm up watching the football and the camera's in my way. So I want to get it out of the way so I can just watch this. And I look terrible. So I'm going to switch this off and then I will hopefully put this back on when we are in the final, hopefully. England just got kicked out of the World Cup, which is horrible. Excuse the state of me, it's too early. I need to get ready, I need to get dressed in a minute. But it's, yeah, I did this while I was watching the game. So I got it done. And I did have yarn left. So when I first looked at that yellow, I thought there's just not enough there. I was completely wrong and I was able to finish the belly quite easily and actually had quite a lot of yellow yarn left over. So that made me think, well, the brown yarn's going to be more than enough. So I wasn't worried about that at all. Then I got into the turtle's head and the flippers and the little tail. Okay, right, we've got 4 flippers here. I just need to fold those in half and sew them together. They're done. They didn't take too long. Maybe like 15 minutes each. Maybe a little bit longer. Quite slow still. And so is the belly. I got that done this morning. It took me about 50 minutes. So that's what I've got left for the turtle head. It looks like enough. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to start on that now. Finding this hook a nightmare again. I had to frog one of the rounds just a minute ago because I miscounted it. This green yarn isn't as nice as the other yarns. I want to keep this hook going because I've made the body this hook size, so I don't want to change it down because otherwise my turtle head will be too small in our proportion. It's taking forever. About an hour and a half to get to there. I am so tired. It took me 2 hours. I've got to just stuff it and fasten off. But that's the head. Oh, got loads left. Okay, so we have got the turtle's head, 4 flippers, little tail, and the turtle's belly. And so now the time has come to see, do we have enough to make the turtle's shell? We will find out. Okay, the first 3 rounds were a nightmare. It does look neat though. Should be easier now, hopefully. I've got 5 more rounds to do. And I've just got the tiniest amount left. So I'm really starting to worry now. So we will see, 5 more to go. We will see. The countdown is on. I don't like working with this much yarn left. It's when you put this much time into making something and then it comes down to not having enough yarn. It's really annoying. But I shall give it the benefit of the doubt because it's not over yet. I don't think we're going to get there. The problem is they don't factor in yarn tails. I think that's the problem. I don't even think I gave myself long enough yarn tails when I did the kangaroo. I could have done with more yarn to sew it together. So my yarn tails really weren't long enough. Even if there is enough, I still think that it's really bad to leave you down to just the tiniest amount to get your project done, especially when you've been working on it for hours. There's no way I'm going to have enough yarn. I'm going to run out. That's all I've got left. I can't see it happening, to be honest. This is just ridiculous now. Gosh. There's no way I'm going to do it. I think this should be the last round, really. 1, 2, 3. I have done it as per the instructions. Same number of rounds as it says. I'm just going to keep going until I run it out. See how far it would have got me to. You're supposed to have 2 more rounds to go, and that's all I've got left. That's it. I'll carry on going and see just how far it would have got me anyway. I don't think I'm going to make it. Yeah, that's it. So it can't be done. You can't make 2. I mean, look, it's not completely not makeable. I don't even know if that's a word. Unmakeable, don't know, is that a word? But it's not completely ruined because I am going to get my own yarn now and just finish that off. So I'm going to frog it all the way around to here. And then I'm just going to do the last round. So I'm going to skip the second to last round, which is the one I was trying to do now. And I'm just going to do the last round. I think it's quite high anyway, that shell. But anyway, it wasn't possible. What a shame. I ran out. I ran out. I couldn't believe it. So it was just 2 rounds to completion, and I was halfway through the second to last round. I didn't have enough, so that was really disappointing. But I did have some brown yarn of my own, so I thought that would look quite good for the sort of rim around the bottom of the shell. So I used that, and I thought that worked quite well. There you go, a slightly different looking turtle shell. When it came to stitching it all together, I found the instructions in the booklet were just really difficult to follow. They didn't really make sense. It kind of said that you had to attach the belly and the shell together first and then attach the flippers, but that didn't make sense to me because you kind of, in the picture, the flippers looked like they were underneath the shell, like in between the shell and the body. So that's kind of how I wanted to attach it. And because the belly, the flippers and the shell were all different colours, I found it really hard to be able to stitch it in without having like one of the yarn colours showing through onto one of the other colours. So that was really challenging. So I decided to stitch it on using the brown yarn because it wasn't too much of an issue if I went through the top of the shell and then into the flipper, and then I had to cover it with the belly. So that's why it made a lot more sense for me to put the flippers on first and the tail, and then put the belly on. But I did find sewing it all together really hard, getting the flippers sort of lined up, making them look neat. It just didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, and I was a bit fed up with it. I think I went and had something to eat and got over it, and then I sewed in the eyes and the little detail, and here it is. And just like with everything else that I make, you kind of get to that stage where you're thinking, I've had enough of this now, and then you finish it and then you're like, oh no, it was worth it. I like it. I probably could have done that a bit neater. It's the first time I've done anything like that. And I put the little speckles on its head. I thought that was quite nice finishing touch. The eyes look quite good. But yeah, it was driving me nuts putting those little flippers on, and I put the towel on crooked. It's not in the centre there. And then just where I've stitched it on here, it's not very neat. I didn't like the way that I did that, but I did get it done, which was the main thing. But yeah, it was driving me mad. It was driving me nuts, real nuts. Wasn't happy putting that together, but turns out it looks all right. I actually don't mind as well that brown I added. It's worked quite well. So I guess you could say I did get it done, but I would not, if I didn't have my own yarn, I wouldn't have been able to finish it. It was only a little bit more that I needed. It was like I had 2 rounds to go. I was halfway through the second to last round when I ran out. So it's a real shame to run out at that stage. And maybe if I didn't have like long yarn tails, maybe. I didn't have them that long though, and I didn't need those lengths. So like, that was for the kangaroo to sew it all in. I just don't think that I could have made those any shorter. So it was a bit of a disappointment to run out. But as I said, I did have a workaround and I was able to get that done. And he turned out really cute. He was worth all the challenges. He's a cutie pie. So was it worth $10? Yes, I think it was. I think it was worth $10, and I think it was worth it because you get 4 patterns. So you do need to spend a bit of time working out your stitch count. Unfortunately, that isn't in there, but for $10, I still think it's worth those 4 different patterns. I'm already making my second koala. No, sorry, my second kangaroo. Done all the little pieces. It's nearly done. So I'll sew it all together and then sew in the face. Some nice velvety Chanel, I don't know how you say it, yarn, some nice velvet yarn, and a much bigger hook. I think that was a 5.5mm. So that was, this one actually took to stitch all that together. That's taken, I think it was just 5 hours, or it might have been a little bit over that, but the small one that I did took 13. So massive difference when you go up a hook size and get different yarn, and that nice soft yarn is really lovely. But overall I would probably score the entire kit probably about 7 out of 10. I think it's worth the $10, but you are going to need to get little extra pieces to go with it and put an awful lot of time into it. So if you've got a lot of time, then definitely give it a go. Don't forget to check out my previous video on the unboxing and the kangaroo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.